I have to protect them from me.
Many fans didn't really feel they got the proper closure with the ending of the series. How do you feel about it?
I totally get people's dissatisfaction with the way the show ended.
Daddy loves you.
Okay, bye.
Were you motivated at all to come back to fulfill that fan need, that fan closure? Was that at all part, or is this just you
absolutely? No, that was absolutely a part of it. Just as I knew that the show didn't sit that well in its finale with viewers, it didn't sit that well with me. It didn't really end. It just sort of left us in this pretty unresolved, uncertain place.
That place was Dexter faking his own death and hiding out somewhere in the Pacific Northwest. Well, 8 years later, that's where Dexter New Blood picks up.
While I thought, that it made sense for the character to find himself in that position, and to put himself in this apparent self-imposed exile after all the chaos of the end of the show, I totally get why it was pretty unsatisfying, if not like infuriating for fans who had spent all this time and were longing for something that was answered some questions or tied some things up or did something that the finale didn't manage to do. But if nothing else, it did set the stage for what we've been up to over the past several months, making this new show. So maybe that's the silver lining.
Dexter New Blood picks up 8 years after we last saw Dexter. The 10-episode limited series premieres November 7th on Showtime.
Hey, Mr. Lindsay. Becca, Scott. Go Hawks!
Why is now kind of the right time to bring this guy back?
The possibility that we would return was always there. I didn't know if a story would materialize that felt it was worth telling, but in this case it did. It hasn't been so much time that people have completely put it so far in their rear view that they don't even remember him.
Are you Dexter Morgan? It's me, your son.
Harrison.
I guess why now? The answer is ultimately we had to wait for Harrison to grow up. The story hinges on the relationship between Dexter and his son, and his son is now a full-grown young man.
Sorry, I'm not the guy you're looking for.
He's got a new identity, but it doesn't take long for Dexter's murderous past to catch up to him.
Since we left him, he hasn't killed anybody. He's been abstinent. He's been dedicated to this sober life. As you can imagine, the cameras are turning back on, probably because he's gonna come back to life.
How many other victims are there?
How was it for you reconnecting with him, with Dexter himself?
I found that once I showed up and we started shooting, that he was still very, very much alive. He was still very available to me. Which was reassuring and creepy.
If this is received well, is there a chance for more Dexter to come our way?
It would be irresponsible for me to definitively answer that, because it would maybe reveal one way or the other.
Sure.
Certain things that we wouldn't want to reveal. So I guess I could just say maybe.